You've got big goals. You know exactly what you should be doing to get there. But when it's actually time to do the work, you suddenly find yourself in a YouTube rabbit hole, cleaning your entire apartment, or deciding it's the perfect moment to research the history of the sport. This isn't a you problem. It's not about laziness. It's an emotional battle, and I'm going to show you how to start winning it. Let's be real. When you put something off, the worst part isn't just the deadline getting closer. It's that voice in your head. The guilt, the shame, the frustration of knowing you're actively sabotaging your own ambitions. We call ourselves lazy or unfocused. But what if that's all wrong? The truth is, procrastination has very little to do with managing your time, and everything to do with managing your emotions. It's essentially a turf war inside your brain between two key players, your prefrontal cortex and your limbic system. Think of your prefrontal cortex as the CEO, the part that handles long-term plans and rational decisions. Your limbic system, on the other hand, is the emotional, survival-driven core. When you face a task that feels overwhelming, difficult, or scary, maybe you're afraid of failing or being judged, your limbic system screams, "Threat." To protect you from that uncomfortable feeling, it triggers an avoidance response. Suddenly, doing anything else feels like a huge relief. That's why scrolling social media feels so good in that moment. It's a temporary escape from a bad feeling. This isn't a character flaw, it's a deep-seated self-preservation instinct. So the task isn't the enemy, the feeling. The task kicks up is the enemy. Overwhelm, anxiety, self-doubt, boredom. That's what you're running from. When we procrastinate, we are simply trying to escape negative emotions in the quickest way possible. This reframe is your first and most powerful tool. You are not lazy for avoiding pain, you are human. The vicious cycle of procrastination, delaying, feeling guilty, and then feeling even more anxious about the task is fueled by beating yourself up. But when you get that this is an emotional reaction, you can stop the blame game and start finding a real solution. It's not about brute force. It's about learning to handle the emotional discomfort that's holding you back. Winning this fight doesn't take superhuman willpower. It just takes a smarter strategy. Here are 3 things you can do the next time you feel the urge to delay. First, identify the feeling. The moment you feel yourself pulling away from a task, just pause. Ask yourself, what feeling am I trying to dodge right now? Is it the anxiety that your work won't be good enough? The overwhelm from a project that feels massive? Or just the sheer boredom of a tedious job? Just naming the emotion gives you a little distance and puts you back in the driver's seat. Second, shrink the task. Overwhelm is a huge driver of procrastination. So make the task so small it feels ridiculous not to do it. This is often called the 2-minute rule. You don't have to write the report. Just open the document and write 1 sentence. By breaking it down to the tiniest possible first step, you sneak past your brain's threat detection system. That small win creates psychological momentum that makes the next step easier. Third, practice self-compassion. This might sound backward, but research shows that forgiving yourself for procrastinating is one of the most effective ways to stop doing it. Have found that procrastinators tend to have high stress and low self-compassion. Berating yourself only adds more guilt and anxiety, making you even more likely to avoid the task next time. By treating yourself with understanding, you lighten the emotional load and break the shame cycle, making it easier to try again. What's one thing you've been putting off? And what's the emotion you're trying to avoid? Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to support us with a like and a share. Acknowledging it is the first step to owning it.